Hello, I'm James Smith for Fight Now TV in Las Vegas at a pretty empty Mandalay Bay as they set things up for Saturday night's much anticipated rematch. Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado. They met 5 months ago in a fight that perhaps was the best of 2012. Saturday night, expect fireworks again. How many times have you watched the tape of the fight?
Just a few times. I really didn't have to go over it. I mean, we all know what kind of fighter Brandon is. He comes forward and he just fights. I watched it just enough to know what I have to do. I mean, just remembering that fight, putting myself back into that fight. I know what I have to capitalize on, and I know what keys I need to change to win this fight.
First off, I thought you were hurt, you were in trouble, but I thought he stopped it a little bit prematurely.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I could have fought through that. I don't know if everybody's seen that Prescott fight, but I came back. I fought through even more in that fight, and I mean, I didn't get a chance to really show my heart like what I have, what people know me of. But I mean, it is what it is. He did what he had to do. He did his job, but it's a new time to redeem myself. So
I don't think people understand how good you are on the inside. That's where you need to be, in the damn phone booth, and you kept yourself there. Talk about your ability to get inside, and then once you're inside, how you set up those left hooks to the body and that tremendous right uppercut.
It's just something I've always been able to do since I was little. I love to fight on the inside. That's my game plan all the time. I love to fight on the inside. I'm a great inside fighter. I watch a lot of videos of a lot of great inside fighters.
Old school guys.
Old school guys, yes. And I watch their videos and I just look at what they do and I try to perfect it or do the same as they do. So in the inside, I don't think there's anybody in the business that can take care of me in the inside. Maybe in the outside, yeah, he was doing a great job, but I had a hard time getting it in. So that's why I had to put my pressure, keep on him, stay on him, and I got in there.
One of the things I think that he has so good is flexibility with his hips, upper body. He may not be Sugar Ray Robinson, he never will be, but in terms of that upper body move, explain that and how you use that and he uses that.
It depends on who the fighter is. A fighter that doesn't have too many or very good reflexes like others do, they don't need that. But an inside fighter like Brandon, we need to work on that. Every time he's inside, he's got to move side to side to even avoid a lot of punches. And if we see the fight again, like we just seen it this morning, we watched it 100 times. A lot of punches that Alvarado's throwing are not landing that clear. A lot of them did. I'm not saying that, but a lot of them were being rolled by Brandon's movement like that, side to side, which is very Effective on somebody like Brandon Rios.
Did you feel his strength? Did it surprise you?
It was more of like his will just to keep coming forward. He didn't care to get hit, so I mean, he's going to be right there for me. I'm going to be able to adjust and use some more skills this time around. So I wasn't surprised. I knew he was tough. I knew he was strong, but I mean, this time around, I'm going to strategically just make big adjustments. So.
In thinking and watching that first fight the other night, one of the things that I disagreed with the announcers is I thought that you were the stronger guy in there. Did you feel that your strength was better than his?
I felt that he was strong. He was a strong fighter, don't get me wrong. But you know what? I did come in that fight, and I did feel strong because the fact that I didn't have to lose the last 5 pounds. I was fighting at a comfortable weight. So, yes, I did feel really strong. This time I even feel more stronger because I'm used to this weight now. I already did it, and I already know how Mike Alvarado, I already know how he punches. Yeah, I already felt his power, so I'm ready.
One thing that, Abril did against him successfully was when you get on the inside, perhaps tie him up a little bit. I know you want to fight, but have you thought about tying the guy up and discombobulating what he does on the inside?
I mean, that first fight, no. But, I mean, now, yeah, after a good strategically camp, like I said, I mean, learning and using different tactics, definitely it's gonna overcome the type of fight that he wants to bring to the table. So I'm on top of it. So
the only time I saw him having any issues is when sometimes he'd pull back, square up, and stick his head up just a few times.
Exactly, perfectly. You just said that exactly the way we seen it also, and what we worked on for this fight. Little things like that that are gonna make a big difference now.
That was my fault. I have a habit of doing that. Even Robert knows that, and we've been trying to correct that. I do have a habit of stepping back with my head up. So when I step back, I bring back my head. And that's the shots that he was landing, and those are shots because I gave him those opportunities to land those shots. Because every time I step back, I had kept my head up. So, we were practicing on that and everything. But other than that, I'm ready, man. I'm just 100% ready.
I want to go through that knockout though, because it was sensational at the end. The way I saw, I don't know what anybody else saw, and you saw, you set that right hand up maybe 30 seconds earlier, worked your way in, you threw one good straight right, and then set up the looping right. There was a method to that madness.
Yeah, that was correct, because in the 6th round, I caught him with the right hand. I hurted him. I threw that right hand. I seen him like he was coming in, and I knew if I go around, I caught him. So I caught him. I stunned him. So I knew in the 7th round, he would never recover from that first right hand. So in the 7th round, I knew if I can work my jab way, he'd get in there. So I did that. I worked my jab, and then I threw that right hand. Right when I threw it, the first punch, I felt him stunned. That's why he wasn't throwing back. He took 23, like, he wasn't just throwing back at all. And I landed again, the right hand, and that's what stumbled him into the rope, and I tried to land it again, but, I missed it, and then fortunately, I got him with the hook. I think that referee stopped it.
All right, we'll look into that camera and tell the folks what's going to happen Saturday night, the rematch with Rios.
I'm gonna win convincingly. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna box him. I'm gonna step around, and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do what I was supposed to do in the first fight. And I'm still gonna fight him. I mean, it's still gonna be a war, but I'm gonna win convincingly and not take as much punishment this time around.
Well, learn to do what I did. Tie guys up from time to time.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my tie and take my shoestrings off and tie him up.
I'm going for a 10 count, baby. I don't want to leave no doubts in his corner, in his mind, and his trainer's mind, nothing. I'm going for a 10 count. March 30th, Saturday, is going to be another epic battle, so come out and support us.
And I'll tell you, fans, how you beat this guy. You tie his ass up. That's how you beat him.
Pretty much.
Well, just like you fight fans, I'm excited about Saturday night's rematch, Rios and Alvarado. Their first fight just over 5 months ago was scintillating. Ebb and flow, back and forth, tremendous action. The referee didn't have too much to do until he eventually would stop the fight in round number 7. Rios awarded the technical knockout in a stoppage that some people, especially the Alvarado people, feel was a little bit too early. Everybody's hoping Saturday night we have a decisive and conclusive ending. One thing for sure, we're going to have a great fight. These two can do nothing but put on a great fight. At the end of the day, I see this one playing itself out much like the first. I think that Rios will break him down and eventually stop Mike Alvarado. One thing for sure, the winners will be Rios and all of us for watching the fight. Reporting for Fight Now TV, I'm James Smith.